Across the continent of Greater Banya, peoples of all walks of life share a common sense. The sense that something is approaching. What it is remains a secret to most, but they can feel it. Rumors of sickness spread in the south. A mountain flies in the west. An army of living flame marches through the desert sands, leaving a line of glass as their trodden path. Yes, these are the troubles set to welcome a god into this world. Behelit, the lidless eye, god of the searing light. She approaches and will not be deterred. However, a few know of her coming and prepare. A deadly and cunning thief, a champion of the mountain tribes, a cleric of chaos, a brilliant artificer, and a scarred soul whose past is catching up with him. Can these individuals save the rest? Can they kill a god? Can they save their friend? Can they each finally find a home? Let us together read the final chapters of these heroes. Hello, and welcome to Goats and Dragons, the stream where Helpful Gaming plays Dungeons & Dragons, a game of shared storytelling where I try to lose my friends in an underground labyrinth of their own minds. I'm Andrew Gilbert, he, him, but tonight I'm your friendly neighborhood dungeon master, and I'm not alone. With me, as always, is Galway, playing the Tiefling Sorcerer Charity.
Hey everybody, my name's Galway, pronouns he, him, his, and as Andy mentioned, I play Calor and Charity of the Family, whose pronouns are also he, him, his.
Adam, playing the Halfling Rogue Burbage Kemp.
Evening, all. Yes, my name is Adam. I use pronouns they, them, or he, him, and I play Burbage Kemp, who primarily uses he, him pronouns.
Lena, playing the Goliath Barbarian Stormbringer.
Hi, yeah, I'm Lena. My pronouns are she, her, and Stormbringer's pronouns are also she, her.
Rachel, playing the Nomus Artificer Clem.
I'm Rachel, and both Clem and I use she, hers.
And Darcy, playing the Tiefling Cleric Hakari.
Hello, I'm Darcy. My pronouns are they, them, and Hakari's are she, hers.
Excellent. So welcome to our live recording of the podcast, Goats and Dragons. We have 3 podcasts that you should check out. Goats and Dragons, which is our really long 1 to 20th level campaign, which is what we're doing tonight. We have Helpful Goat Gaming Presents, Helpful Goat Presents, which I forget always, which is our podcast where we feature the world of Tyr, which is a campaign, sort of an interlocking campaign, GM'd by Galway in the same world. And there's lots of one-shots and smaller campaigns within that. And we have Dom and Dragons, which is our 25-episode campaign where we played D&D with Dominic Monaghan, the actor from Lord of the Rings and X-Men and Star Wars and Lost. That was a lot of fun. And yeah, tonight we are live on Twitch, and we are recording this so that we can hear it in a podcast. And we are affiliate on Twitch, which means you're able to cheer and subscribe to us. And anyone who has Amazon Prime, through Prime Gaming, you can subscribe for free. And you can do that by just hitting the sub command and then clicking the little box down there saying you want to use your Prime subscription for this. And if you don't use it on us, that's fine. Just we ask that you use it maybe on a smaller channel that doesn't have a ton of people, because it really does help in those smaller channels really do need it.
I just did it now.
Well, I thank you very much, Rachel.
I mean, not for the first time I resubscribed. I
Also
finally
appreciate
decided it was worth it, you know.
It was worth it. So yeah, if you want to join just kind of our community, if you like us and want to hang out with us, type !Discord in the chat, and that'll get you a link to our Discord, and that's the main hub of our community, which is mostly what we consider ourselves to be, a community of content creators and people who just like playing games and hanging out and having fun, and we do all kinds of cool things on the Discord. If you really like the podcast and the Twitch channel, you can donate to us through !KO-FI, and that just kind of goes straight to making sure we have mics and computers that can run what we need to, and editing software and stuff like that, so that we can do as best we can to bring these stories to you. And man, we'd love doing these stories for you. It's so much fun. Tier right now is just insane. I can't wait till if you haven't seen much of the current campaign of Tier, maybe check that out in our YouTube channel. Also, !Merch can get you hooked up with our merch website, which has all kinds of little knickknacks and images from our campaigns and things we say. It's really fun, and all that money kind of goes either to us or to the artists that we work with to help create those. Mostly to the artists, I think, to help create those. And also, Goy, would you mind mentioning !Donate tonight?
Yeah, !Donate. We love focusing on causes that we think are important to us. And right now, the organization we are highlighting is Service Never Sleeps, which is a social justice organization focused on racial justice and equity through building allyship networks. I took a training with them. They're absolutely amazing. They do great work. I really, really encourage you to check them out, see if you can get into a training from them, and donate to support them if you can.
Right on. And does Chelsea, one of our community members, have a poem for tonight?
I realize I'm nodding, and sometimes this is an audio medium, so that's useful and helpful.
And would someone read it?
I was just nodding because I'm like, oh wait, he's asking one of us to read it.
Sorry, I can. It was just in my little Twitch screen, and I'm
Okay.
gonna make it not be in that. Definitely
I'm with you
not
so far.
stalling as I open up Notepad
Mm-hmm.
to paste it in there. Oh, cool! My computer's not fun. This is fine. Hey, here we go. A powerful pudding put up a hell of a fight, while Andy's gooey adjectives gave us an uncomfortable fright. That's true. The jiggles devoured by the most valuable monstrosity Stanley's final blow. Battered and bruised desperation for a way out continues to grow. As we welcome a new year of FOR, I should just say Fates of Ryn, probably. Thank you for all the joy that y'all bring and for all that you do. Much love I can see and hear you. Yay! Sorry, I kept interrupting myself while I was reading it, Chelsea. It was lovely and beautiful.
It was lovely and beautiful. Thank you, Chelsea. You're awesome. So also, we consider ourselves part of a larger community of content creators and TTRPG aficionados, I guess. So I just kind of wanted to mention real quick the hullabaloo that is just sort of happening with Wizards and all that. Luckily, I guess, by the time we've finally gotten to Twitch here, it seems like Wizards and with some persuading probably from their affiliate companies is starting to listen to their players, and that as of right now the open gaming license is not going to change. And so that's great news. It sucks that we had to go through all of this to get to this point,
with with a game that honestly we love so much and brings us so much joy. So just I just kind of wanted to let everyone know, Helpful Goat's aware of all of this, and we are not we are not afraid to change if that's the right thing to do. So I hope that Hasbro and Wizards of the Coast has their shit together, and I'm glad they're listening to their players and content creators. And so I guess that's kind of where we stand right now. And so far, hopefully this is good and continues to be something they listen to. And as long as people are doing that, we're pretty comfortable continuing to kind of play a game. But again, if that changes, we can make changes here too as well. Either way, all of this to say, the story that we've been going through won't change. The players and the characters won't change if a system has to change at some point in the future. I don't know. I haven't talked too much with Galway about it, but I'm pretty sure Tyr would be very similar. That Tyr has already kind of dove into other systems and done great at it. So don't worry about the story. The story, we are tied to the story more than we're tied to a system. So that's where our passion lies, and that's kind of where we'll be focused on in the future. So yeah. Anyway, let's begin tonight's episode of Goats and Dragons: The Fates of Ryn. Last time on the Fates of Ryn, it's a pretty quick recap. The family found themselves traveling through long, ancient dwarven tunnels to try to make their way from an old Temple of Ryn to the city of Phidero that has been blocked off from most other means of entry. In this incredibly long tunnel, they seem to have awoken a colony of goo, which had taken up residence in these halls. And that was kind of a tough fight against a whole colony of things trying to dissolve our heroes, including forming one megazord pudding out of the remnants of puddings and goos and oozes and ichors. However, the family truly showed their mettle. They defeated the creature, barely, I might add, with many injuries and a decent use of resources. It is currently about 4 a.m. as you are hoping to travel the night to get to Phidero and rest, perhaps. Right now, you are shin deep in the remnants of this fight. There are 5 to 10 inches of goo just on the ground that stings and smokes a bit. Hikari is getting up off of the ground, covered in goo entirely. The sticky entrails of it, as you raise your hand, Hikari, out of the muck, just kind of drip next to you. You are all filthy, gross, tired, hurt. And let's begin there. What do you want to do, folks?
I just want to highlight that my last note from the last session is the halfling is coming from inside the monster. But presumably, Burbage is now outside of the monster's dead. All the monsters are
dead. Yeah.
Everything's great. Except for there's a bunch of acidic... Okay, acidic goo sounds a lot like Hasidic Jew.
Okay.
I mean, it does.
Somewhat,
You're correct.
Yeah, somewhat, yes.
There's a lot of Hasidic Jews around, and
Are we surrounded by acidic goo or Hasidic Jews?
it's just that area of Phidero.
Yeah, that area where sometimes you'll be walking along and somebody will just come into their house and be like, "Hey, can you come in and plug in my air conditioner for me? Has that ever happened to you guys? That's something that like really
And let's
Wait, we're
move
just
on.
changing things on
Let's
the
move-
seventh.
because
move
they
on.
can't engage with anything electronic.
Hakari has started a prayer of healing at the
Thank God.
Yeah, I just went ahead and did that as you guys are having your goo
discussion.
So I will cast that first, so everyone will get.
Well, so it'll take about 10 minutes.
Oh, it's okay. Sorry, I can't. So that's what I'm doing.
Given that we're standing in a
no.
pool of acid, do we want to, like, I don't know, put Hakari on Clue's back and start moving? It's like, not that this hallway isn't lovely, but
Do
it
we
burns.
expect the hallway to continue being like this for a while?
Covered in goo, enclosed, or dangerous?
All of
Well-
the above.
Well, presumably, if we walk far enough, it'll no longer be covered in goo. That was my hope.
Maybe
If
not
we
old
walk
goo,
far
but
enough,
maybe
it won't
new
even be a
goo.
hallway. Yeah, we could make new goo. We can if you're gonna miss the goo, we can always get goo.
Okay, you know what? Well,
Speaking of, can I have some goo, Andy?
You got a
See?
jar?
Of
Yeah.
course I have a. Is that even? That's literally never a
Yeah.
question. Oh wait, I have one that's literally called Jelly Jar (parentheses Goo Monster).
Did you
So-
already
Oh.
collect?
I think
Apparently
you
I-
have already collected
No,
the
that was my
giant goo.
last item. So yeah, that was the
Yeah.
last. I already asked for that directly after we killed them because that's just where my brain is. It's fine.
It's on brand.
so Charity's gonna sort of learn. All right, so I think that we're mostly beaten to hell and probably ready to sleep. But given that Phidero is likely to be interesting at best, maybe we should try to get there and then sleep. How do people feel?
Oh no, that's a bad plan, Charity. Because we don't know what's we're gonna be walking into in Phidero. Remember how when we left, everybody there wanted to kill us, and now probably more of them somehow, even though I said everybody already wants to kill us. So I think we should sleep before we get to Phidero, so that we can be really healthy and ready. But we can sleep close to Phidero.
Maybe we can keep going though and try to get there. And in the meantime, Charity's gonna walk over and tap Hakari and cast Heal. So Hakari will recover 70 HP.
Nice.
Thanks.
And then we'll walk over to Stormbringer and cast Heal again at 7th level, so you recover 80.
Sweet.
All right, now that we feel less dead, and I see that Clem has finished bottling her new vintage of goo.
It's important.
It is, I guess. Hello there, Stanley? Jumping on a heart there? That's good.
Yeah, Stanley, you did a real good job. I was gonna kill you and replace you with Randall too, but I don't know.
I touched it.
Why would you say? Anywho, let's get out of here, Clue.
Yeah. So there's only one way to go. So you just kind of keep traveling on this path for a bit longer. So about 10 minutes go by. You're out of the goo entirely. You feel like it's, a quiet, safe hallway at the moment. And your spell finally kind of reaches its conclusion. So during kind of a short rest here, if you'd like, Hakari's spell can go off and
Yeah, who
heal
needs
everyone.
healing? I mean, does
All
everyone?
of us,
all of you-
including Clue.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I'll do Yeah, prayer of healing.
So yeah, go ahead and roll 2d8 plus your spell casting modifier.
I'm gonna do it at 3rd level, so I'll do 3d8.
Awesome. Beautiful.
Did I do it twice?
No. 12 plus 3, I believe.
It'll be
Quick,
each 15.
yeah, quick over the counter thing for everyone. Over the counter, over the table thing.
Well, we are getting healing, and that
We're at
could
the
be over
counter. We're informal.
Yeah. You had mentioned a while ago that you had maybe wanted someone to read that book on wisdom, and that maybe Hikari would be a good recipient of that. I think no one has actually started it. I didn't know if that was something you still were doing, or if you had kind of given it to Hikari. Maybe Hikari is partly through it by now. I just wanted to ask what was up with that.
I forgot it existed.
I figured
Me too.
as much.
I didn't know if Burbage had ever handed it to Hikari, because Burbage was the one who looted it.
Where did I loot it?
The
Formidian, I
Formidian
think?
of the Shadow Bumble, whatever.
Yeah.
One of the many things we've killed.
First thing that called itself a god, you killed.
I mean, I guess my question is, Darcy, if Burbage had given it to you at some point during one of our conversations post incarceration, would Hikari have been reading it? Maybe when Hikari gets bored with everything that the rest of the group is talking about, Hikari's in the corner just like, I guess I'll read this book, treating it like a tabloid magazine or something.
Yeah,
Can you learn wisdom while drinking?
Only.
I don't really think I would read it, to be perfectly honest.
I tried framing it as appealingly as possible for.
That's valid.
I know, but
Yeah,
I just my Hikari brain is like, nope.
Well then, I mean.
So if you tried to give it to Hikari is probably like, no, thank you.
So let's say Burbage had tried to. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like it's cheating to say that Burbage has been reading it. So maybe he starts reading it now. I don't know. Are we allowed to do that?
It's fine. It takes like a week, I think, or something like to get through. And there are like 10 days left in the campaign.
You have to read it for like, I think it's like 24 hours in a week-long period. Because that was when Charity was reading the charisma one. It was like, yeah, shut up. I'm reading. Just, it's fine. Oh, combat, I'm reading.
But you've also been traveling for, I would say, like 6 hours through these halls. If you wanted to kind of be skimming through it at this point, I'd give you some hours.
I'm sorry. It doesn't make sense for Burbage to be reading it.
I mean, I can read it. Clem likes to read.
Yeah, you've got a whole library of books. So because Burbage
it would make sense for me to read.
Yeah, Burbage is doing perception checks and like looking for, he's not going to be reading. So let's say
reading it out loud to everybody.
So we all get the benefits.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's
I'm just like, and then another thing about wisdom is sometimes you never know, and just is.
I really wanted us to manage to get so far through the party that like Clue was the one reading it.
Yeah.
And we're just gonna have the nightmare like trotting along with a buffed wisdom score.
Yeah, so Burbage had tried maybe offering it to Hikari, and then when she didn't take it, he donated it to Clem's library.
Yeah, I can be reading it and have been reading it.
You have let's say 4 hours of reading time into that already.
Sweet.
And it's the Tome of Wisdom.
Sorry, fuck me. 48 hours over a period of 6 days.
I thought it was 24.
Yeah, I think this one is
48. They're all 48.
Damn.
Because 24 is not that hard to hit, I guess.
Yeah, and that's what I was, because I said
With
that,
a
and then,
week.
and then when you were like, you've been traveling for like 6 hours, I'm like, wait, why was this a problem for Charity?
Yeah. All right, so Clem, you have that. You're having a short rest, which means Clem, you also level up finally.
So I get
Your-
this one level up, and then
Right.
when everybody else levels up again, I'll level up again.
Yeah.
What do I get on a short rest level up, BT dubs?
Your hit points.
Okay.
Whatever hit points you gain.
I got
and
my
then
book out.
Any new spells slots you gain, or any new features.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think Andy and I normally run it with whatever new you got
stuff,
for the
yeah.
level, you can bump the max and the current by that, but you don't
Okay.
recover anything else unless it's a
So
short
I'm
rest.
going up to 15.
Ooh.
So exciting. And I get an artificialist, that's what I am. An artificer specialist feature. Sorry, I'm good at reading and all of these things. And then so I roll a something or other.
So it's
I
worth
roll a
noting that Roll20
D8.
now has short
short-
rest and long rest buttons.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just
Are we
noticed
all
that.
getting a short rest? Can I click
Yeah.
short rest?
Everyone's getting a short rest. You can take hit dice if you want.
I don't think
I
clicking
rolled a
short rest is
1
great.
on my D8. So Andy, I think I'm going to take your D8.
All right, let's do it. I rolled a 3.
Hey, it's better than my 1.
Yeah.
So I get 3 plus my Constitution, which is
Mhm.
another 3, so I get a total of 6. So I'm at 162.
Who's all taking hit dice?
I will be, I
I took 2.
think.
Charity. Cool.
Um,
Oh, that's probably a smart idea, huh?
I used too many last time. so I'm
Yeah, I
annoyed.
guess. What do I roll?
Hit dice if you want them.
But like, what do I roll?
On your character sheet, there's a hit dice button.
Okay, hold.
And you recover half on a long rest, right?
Half rounding up.
Takes my sheet a long time to open.
Damn. I'm rolling in those HP.
Where does it say hit
26,
dice?
yeah.
Underneath hit points, temporary hit points.
okay, I think I'm good.
So it says total 16 hit dice D8. So I roll a D8.
You could just roll where it says hit dice. You can click that.
Okay, all right, not too bad.
And however many you want of those.
Does it matter how many I take?
I mean,
You won't. You get them back half rounded up at every long rest. So if we have another big fight, you might not be able to heal a lot if you use a lot. But you can also just maybe assume that we won't have one. So
Yeah, I mean it's 3, so right?
what's 3? Sorry.
It says a 3 for my hit dice, so that's just 3 points, right?
Mhm.
Okay, I'll take that.
Okay. Right.
So does this short rest button not do anything?
yeah,
You-
I think you probably have to set up stuff to like reset on a short rest.
Yeah, that makes
Or a
sense.
long
Also,
rest.
you're a rogue.
I
I
don't
don't think you get anything on a short rest.
Oh, it's connected to like
Yeah, it would be like
resources for
wizards
for
can
other
get
classes.
spell slots back.
Right.
Warlocks
Okay.
get everything back.
So I get just to say at 15th level, I now have resistance. So useful. Resistance to acid damage and poison damage, and you are immune to the poison condition.
Good.
Oh.
Yeah.
I can now cast Greater Restoration and heal without expending a spell slot, without preparing
Jesus.
the spell, and without material components,
Jesus.
Heal?
provided I use alchemist supplies as the spellcasting focus. Once
Fuck
you
that.
cast
Damn.
either spell with this feature, you cannot cast that spell with it again until you finish a long rest.
Greater Restoration is like 500 GP of diamonds.
Yeah, so I get a free Greater Restoration and heal.
Yeah, that's the thing I just did.
Swag.
Yeah, so cool for me. I guess I'll add those to my thing and just remember that I don't actually have them as a prepped thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty
So-
sweet. Finally have something powerful.
So what spell slots do we get back after a short rest?
None.
Cleric, I don't think gets any.
Oh, don't get any. Okay.
Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
rare to get it
Our,
back.
our entire party, actually, I think basically none of us get anything back on a short rest.
Yeah.
We
Unless,
just roll hit die.
yeah.
That's what we get out of it.
Staunch the bleeding.
Is there a bully charge you get back or something? I don't think you've used them for a while, but
I'm
know.
not sure.
I don't know. All right.
Anywho.
After a short rest, continue on.
Yeah, continue on.
All right. You finally come up to a deviation in the hall, where it continues on straight. It would go left, except it appears that hall has caved in, and then right as well, and right seems to be closed. So, unless you want to do something pretty drastic, your main choices are straight ahead or right. There is a little bit of a dwarven writing above kind of each of the archways that lead in those directions. Other than that, the stonework is still firmly dwarven. You think it was just kind of a highway getting you up to something that's a little more intricate now.
You got to the off-ramp, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Cool.
I read Dwarvish.
You do. You've had trouble with ancient dwarvish in the past.
Charity's going to use the drift globe to
No.
light up the area. All right.
All right.
Whoever wants to read that, feel free. I'm just going to curl up on Clue's back and take a nap.
Can I tell what they say?
Yeah, give me a history check. As you're looking at the somewhat faded
15?
15.
I also know Dwarvish, so I can also
And they're
look
probably
too.
smarter than me.
So
I
I'm gonna look. I was gonna say over her shoulder, but I'm gonna look under her shoulder.
So both of them have the word Karak in them, and you assume that this is a city name that you're coming up to then. And then so the one to the right then, conservatory is probably the best translation you can kind of get from it. Other than that, the other one sort of is like Main Street to a certain extent. So that's kind of what you're getting from those.
If Charity saw Clem going to check them, he would shake off the torpor and cast guidance on her.
Okay. Same thing then.
It was investigation, or no? It was history.
History. Yep.
Sorry, I rolled the wrong thing. Let me. Do.
Above the table, this is because it's been long enough that Galway completely forgot about the existence of guidance.
Ooh.
21 for history.
Yeah, with the 21, it feels like you can get a little better sense that the main drag of Karak continues on straight, and that's where the word is essentially like the street that you would find inns on, and then off to the right is conservation, very specifically, something to do with maintaining something. Or preserving something.
Do I get the feeling that we want to just head straight?
It's kind of up to you. You're not exactly sure where the opening to the surface would be.
So to the right is some kind of conservation thing, is what
Yeah.
I get, and straight is just the city, or more of the towards
Right, like the main drag of the
main
city.
drag.
Okay.
Incidentally,
I
does
will
the
relay
left
that.
arch have runes? Like you said-
It is completely collapsed.
Okay. I wasn't
yeah.
sure if that part had collapsed or if it was like the tunnel
Yeah.
beyond it had.
Yep.
Neither of these say if there's more slimes, and they also don't say where Phidero is.
They don't, but we got Main Street and we got some kind of restoration. Maybe there's like a fancy spa where we could go and restore ourselves. That's probably not it, but
Although now, last time we visited a spa, we met Shenig.
Yeah, and he turned out to be a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Sure did. Charity's gonna draw the stranger's dagger and hold it out. Exit to Phidero.
It kind of veers to the right a little bit of the straight path, so almost a little bit in between these two paths.
Cool, great, awesome. Faye, shadow brokers, assholes.
Ask it which one of them has more slimes.
That's it. It doesn't do comparisons. It finds things.
Charity. Ask
Find
it.
slimes.
Find slime. Where are
The
the
greatest number of
slimes?
slimes.
No, not in the whole world though. Like just in here.
The greatest
Find
number
the
of
greatest number of slimes in here.
The greatest number of slimes in our immediate vicinity.
It kind of raises a little bit. It seems like it's having trouble really parsing exactly what this is.
I know. This one's not on you.
This one's not on you.
All right, so we've got either the main road or restoration.
yeah, I mean, it doesn't sound bad.
What are the odds that anything we find down here will be good?
Pretty low.
So, I don't know. What do people want?
Maybe we should split up.
God, no.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it's definitely a season 1 suggestion. My bad.
We could flip a coin.
Yeah, do we still have a stranger's coin? Stranger's coin? Anyone? Remember when those were a thing? Remember when we had
Sure
stranger's
do.
coins?
Your original one, the group got, yeah.
I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
You've never heard of the
that's right.
stranger, Clem? Have we not discussed the stranger?
No, you have. I just don't know about these coins.
Yeah, they were a whole thing.
It's a coin you can
Talked
use
about
to,
everything quite a bit, like you expect me to know things, and I just usually just nod along.
It's a coin you can use to call in a favor from the stranger, but then you have to do a favor for the stranger that's 500 times as big.
Yeah, no, I just
So
want an
we didn't
actual
do
coin
that.
to flip to make the decision for us. I don't need to make it complicated.
And yet here we are.
I have a coin of the forest, but then I'm gonna grow a 60-foot
don't.
tree accidentally.
Hey, let's arm wrestle for it, Clem. If I win, we go down the main street. If you win, we go to restoration.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Charity's just gonna start slowly walking down the main street at this.
So,
So what do I roll?
Yeah. It's athletics.
Yeah, I think it's a contested athletics check.
I want to
Please,
watch them
yes.
arm wrestle. Andy was saying that I could use augury, but I want to watch you guys arm wrestle.
Okay, athletics.
Hey, I only rolled a 13.
Yeah, but
Only
I
rolled
a
over
6.
twice that result.
It's still double what I got.
Okay, Main Street it is. That was good
So
though,
close.
Clem. Yeah, you're getting stronger, I can tell.
Thanks.
you know what's weird? I reached forward to put my hand on Wazdi and press W to move forward.
That's odd.
Hey, let's go.
I've been playing so much Phasmophobia. That's okay, move forward.
Time to W key this.
So you see the remnants of where flags would be, kind of on the sides of the hall. You come across a door on the right side that's a little short but really wide. It's a very strong door made out of stone. Would look to be a line of a hinge of metal with a few rivets in it. Obviously dwarven made to the eyes of Stormbringer and Clem.
Maybe this door, because you said it was a little to the right.
Is there any more writing or anything?
No. Yeah, probably the little flag stands above would tell you what it was, but
Burbage wants to, like, listen for the sounds of openings that might open up words or something. He wants to use perception to determine if he can hear the sounds of, a non-subterranean space.
okay. Yeah, give me a perception check.
23.
23. Yeah, with a 23, you hear like a slight bell ringing through the door here, as if it was kind of off in the distance, but in the direction that the door might open up into.
Guys, there's a distant bell through here. You know what that means?
No.
Oh, I was hoping somebody did.
Oh.
No? I don't know. Maybe all right. Phidero was my home for many years. Andy,
Yes.
were there like bells in the city? Were there temples, like the temple of Ryn?
Absolutely. Yeah, lots of temples in the city. It was a very religious city. Bells would ring all the time. It seems like this is maybe early in the morning for that. It's like 4 or 5 in the morning at this point.
This might be one of those bells on top of one of those temples of Ring. Guys,
What?
Temple of Ring?
I don't get it. What's a Temple of Ring?
Well, because did you hear what I said
do you
about
mean Ryn?
Well, no, there's a
Temple
distant.
of Ryn?
Okay, did you hear what I said about there being a bell? Right, because that's a key part of what I'm doing here. Is first I shared there's a distant bell,
Yeah, there's
and
a
then
bell.
now I'm saying maybe the bell could be on top of one of the temples of Ring.
Right, and that's where you lost us. What's
Right.
the Temple of Ring?
Okay.
Well,
Well,
Clem, where should we go?
Our options are this door and...
Straight ahead.
The road just keeps
back
going.
the way you come. Yeah.
I mean, in my heart, I want to check the door.
Yeah, why don't we just open it and see what's on the other side?
But I also feel like probably we should just keep going.
The dagger
Right.
said there was not slimes, so...
Let's not misconstrue anything that the dagger pointed or didn't point at. Also,
Can I? What if,
What if?
and I pull out the hole?
Mm-hmm.
What if I just put this on the door and we could peek our heads in without opening it or anything?
I'm not doing that again. The last time I did that, it put me right in the shadow realm, Shadowfell place. I hated it.
Oh, that's true. In the tower, that was unpleasant. But you're a real hero. Doing it.
Well, thank you. Oh, you're being sarcastic.
I'll
No,
poke
I would
my,
never.
my head in the hole.
I mean,
No one else will do it.
is this just me being curious? Should we move on? I don't know.
Church is going to
Like,
sort of.
we either use the hole or we just open the door.
Church is going to hold up his hand. How does the hole work?
I mean, so can you see through it, or is it like a blackness that when you?
It's blackness until you put your head through.
Okay, yeah,
How thick of a wall can it go through?
10 feet? Was it? Or maybe I'm just pulling that out of my ass.
10 feet sounds like a lot.
You sound like a lot.
You're not wrong.
Oh, Ah, burn. Andy, are you okay?
Yeah, go ahead and put your whole head through that hole there, Clem.
It's your partner that's going to do it, not me. um,
Actually, it is. It's 10 feet.
wow.
ha! My
Damn.
ass was correct.
Okay.
And it
Should
was
pull
through the
more things out of there.
it was through the door that Burbage heard the bell. And that's
that
a
direction.
door off of
Like
the
a main
main-
drag, yeah.
So,
Sure.
Charity, I'm going to be real with you. Hanging around you guys for the amount of time that I have, I think has made me dumber.
Wow.
So I don't, and because I make riskier decisions.
It's the concussions. They really add up after a while.
So I don't
Can I
know
just-
if this is an intelligent decision or just I really just want to, poke the sleeping lion kind of thing.
Burbage said there were bells, and there's bells in Phidero, Burbage said, and a Temple of Ring, whatever that means. So we should check the door and see if it takes us to Phidero, and I can open it, or Hikari can stick her head through. But let's just check the door.
I'm going to put the hole in the door.
All right, put the hole in the door.
All right, Hikari.
I stick my head through.
You stick your head through on the other side. It's markedly colder on this side. It's very, very dark, and with your dark vision, you can only see about 60 some feet ahead of you. It looks to be another hallway, but this time the walls are carved more ornately. You see a lot of like dagger imagery, and for some reason, all the daggers on the walls are kind of pointed in the right direction of your vision.
Okay, I come out of the hole and tell you all, describe all that. The walls are all carved and the daggers and all that. Looks like another hallway.
The daggers are pointing that way.
Like towards Phidero?
Well,
I mean, I think you would also know enough about this place that this was here far before Phidero
right.
was
I'm
here.
trying to
Yeah.
I'm trying to put myself in the shoes of the sturdy, resourceful dwarves who built this city.
Is this a halfling joke?
Built this city.
I think that's where he's going. Yeah.
Rocks and roll.
Yeah.
And would they have a corridor with daggers pointing to what would be the exit from / entrance to their city? Or would would they have a corridor with daggers pointing toward some kind of, dagger room? Some kind of special space where they keep daggers or fight with daggers or...
You had me until the end there. I thought you could do better than dagger room. Come on, give it another go.
All right. Would they have a corridor with daggers pointing toward some kind of nursery?
So we want
Once
to go
again,
check
I'm
out
extremely
the
disquieted
babies?
by the implications of your childhood. Ugh. You said it was colder that way, Hikari?
Yep.
Did it feel, I don't know, like drier cold or like damp cold?
A little drier, you would say?
That seems like it might be the correct direction then, if it's exposed to the air, and the air is definitely cold right now.
Could you ask your knife again, or is that something you could only do occasionally?
No, I can do it as many times as I want, but the power that seems to direct it just doesn't really give helpful hints with it most of the time.
Ask it about dagger decorations on walls. It would know about that.
Yeah,
It's
ask
a-
it if it's a nursery.
It's a
Yeah.
guidepost, not an encyclopedia.
Okay. Does that
I-
mean you are not going to ask it? Or. Oh, all right. I see. You're not. Okay. Well, maybe we should split up.
No.
No.
I think. Okay, well, I have to check now that I'm saying this.
I have to check now that I'm saying this. Okay.
But I think I do have augury, which I. My God.
Your divine intervention would have reset by now too, since last time.
Yeah,
you
but
used
that's
it.
like a 1 in like 100 chance.
Well, it's 13 in 100 chance, but yes. No, it's a 16.
Below your level, right? So whatever
Yeah.
your level is, yeah.
16. So it's a 1/6 chance, roughly.
Where would augury be?
Level 1 or 2 spells? 2? What is it? As you're standing in
Yes,
the hallway.
I have it.
Oh.
Do I just press it?
Sure.
What are you trying to augur?
Like which way we should go?
That makes sense.
So what sort of like rolling bones or something, what do you use, Hikari, to kind of tell the future or allow your god to speak through? Tea leaves, rolling bones, sticks.
I have some like polished bones
Okay.
that like I've polished over the years that I roll.
All right. So you roll those up, cast those.
I put them in a cup and then like dice.
Yeah.
Yahtzee.
Go ahead and ask a question.
Doesn't it have to be yes or no?
Hold on.
It's basically you describe the plan that you would follow,
Yes.
and then it'll tell you if it's good, bad, or mixed.
Okay, so I'm gonna say we're planning on going down like through this door down into this cold hallway. Is that a good plan?
With the goal of getting above ground.
Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah. So it would be both weal and woe is the answer. It is mixed.
Mix.
Why are all
Okay.
the otherworldly forces that are able to give us guidance so goddamn unhelpful? Well,
I think you do have communion too, which
There's
would
at
allow
least-
you to actually talk with your god. But
there's at least an upside to this direction.
Let me look at communion. I mean, is that like am I gonna have to roll like 1 out of 1,000
I don't think so.
that? I'm sorry, my sheet just takes forever to open up.
You're good. But yeah, as you're standing in the hallway, again, this is fine dwarven craftsmanship. It's an ancient road and city that you're diving into. It would probably, just without even a roll, it would probably have defenses, just as a note. Whether those defenses are still up, who knows?
So do we think that we can get something useful? Because like we are trying to rush, but we're also trying to go fight against something that we're probably not quite powerful enough to actually defeat. Do we think that there could be something useful down this dagger hallway? That's my only thought.
Like in terms of like treasure or something. I mean, sure, yeah. Besides just like a normal walking path,
Yeah.
anything
And this was me.
deviating
This
from
was
that,
Clem saying it to the group too.
yeah, you would imagine that deviating off the walking path would be better than on it for finding treasure or things to help.
Is Hikari describing the commune spell to people or just flat out casting it? Because that one seems like you ask up to 3 questions that are yes nos.
I was just casting it.
Okay, not going to tell anyone. What are your 3 questions, Hikari?
Which way should we go to get above ground?
It's got to be a yes or no, I think.
Should we go to the right to get above ground? Should we go to the left to get above ground? Should we go through this door to get above ground? Jesus fucking Christ. Literal
This
ass
is good.
God.
All answers are, you just hear a bit of a brief yes in your ear.
So apparently it doesn't matter where the fuck we go, it's gonna lead us above ground. So that's about all I can do for you guys.
So let's just go forward. since
Charity's
there's not
Charity's gonna
everywhere.
Charity's gonna flip Clem a coin. There you go.
All right, Tails is forward, heads his door.
Give me a 1d2 roll. And 1 will be straight, 2 will be through the door.
Mm-hmm.
Was this a stranger's coin you gave or just a
Oh
regular?
god, no.
Okay.
This was just like a gold piece.
So through the door.
Through the door.
Alright, what the fuck not?
All right. Well, thank you, Eris, one of the Fates of Ryn. Guys, we're going to
What?
Phidero.
Burbage.
So we're going
Burbage.
through
Look
the
blink
door
right at
to
me.
Phidero. And Eris is a Fate of Ring. Are you really not
No.
following this?
Stanley, you should laugh really hard in Burbage's face right now. Yeah, Stanley loves your jokes.
All right.
Eris is a fate of Ryn.
Right. Let's just go. Burbage storms through the door.
It's locked. There's a hole, I guess, if you want to jump through
Yeah,
the
there is
hole.
a hole through it. I never took it
Please
off.
Can I reach can I reach the hole and try to find a handle?
Like reach on the other
Around,
side.
yeah.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you reach through on the other side. You're kind of there's kind of a lever you can pull on the other side that you can kind of feel.
Oh, Jesus.
You pull that.
Sure.
All right. I need
Jesus Christ.
Hikari, Burbage, and probably Stormbringer, who is up at the door, to make dexterity saving throws, please.
This is an effect I can see.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Oh, it is?
Sure.
All right.
Thanks.
What you see are the bars coming down from above,
I got a 19.
slam into you.
21.
21. $19 for Hikari. So what was yours, Stormbringer?
Also 19.
Also 19. So all of you are able to barely dodge out of the way of these, though Burbage, you were able to jump back, and Stormbringer and Hikari had to kind of smush yourself up against the door. And what looks to be now kind of iron bars of a jail cell now form around Hikari and Stormbringer. But no damage has occurred.
We're just stuck in a cage now.
Yes.
But with the hole.
Can I
right
bend the
there,
bars open?
Give me a strength check.
Aren't they trapped right up next to the hole?
Oh, only a 12?
A 12, yeah, it's hard. It's kind of cramped in there with Hikari, and so you kind of have to push Hikari down a little bit to get a little bit of leverage, and you just don't quite have the angle to use your full strength. They don't move.
Hey, we should probably, like, I don't know, be careful from now on. And also,
She says from inside the cage now.
the bars aren't moving. If anybody else feels strong, then you were getting stronger.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take the hole off of the door and put it on the bars.
You're not by the door right now.
Yeah, you can't get to the door through the
Yeah,
bars, right?
through the
Sure,
bars.
Tell us to.
Oh,
Charity's gonna point.
I didn't understand how it worked. Sorry.
Hole
No
on the
worries.
bars. Pull off.
What?
Take the hole
The
off
hole-
of the wall and put it against the bars.
Oh, okay, so you all can get in here with us then. That's a good idea, I guess.
I'll remove the hole and put it on the bars.
All right. It takes a little bit to kind of get it to stick between a couple bars, but it does seem to make a hole big enough that you could, wiggle through if you need
All
to.
right, so now we all are going to have to fit into this small cage space
Yeah.
and then move the. Well, or we could do it. We could like do a whole fox, chicken, grain thing, right?
Yeah, I'm not good at riddles. I don't really think I should eat one of you, but I can.
Or maybe the coin was wrong and we shouldn't go this way.
Right, because there is a cage here.
We haven't even gone through the door
Right.
yet, and we've already been attacked by bars.
Also, let's just think for a second. The routes to the surface when they built this wouldn't have been to the city. It's not like it was a subterranean network for a surface city. And I'm assuming I'm right about that. Andy.
Correct.
So Akari pulled a lever on that side that put a cage on this side. That doesn't sound like something you would be defending against an entrance with. It's stopping people from getting in from the road that way, so it's more likely that maybe this still leads to the surface somewhere, but it's probably not the route to the surface.
Okay.
Well, wait, I didn't. Adam and Burbage didn't follow that. If you have to be on that side to pull the lever
For
and
the
put
bars
the cage
to appear in here.
in here,
You're not
So-
stopping people coming from outside if that's the way that leads to the surface.
you're stopping people from inside getting through to that tunnel.
Yes. Inside is very difficult when there's both anyway, yes, I think
So we can, like, process of elimination this. If a trap goes off, we're going the wrong way.
Well,
I don't know that that's going to be quite a conclusion that we can draw, but
So
I still think that maybe the two of you just get out of there and we go this way.
Yeah. I think the coin
Oh.
failed us.
You wanted us to get out, you weren't coming in. We don't have to do the whole don't eat the grain or the other animals thing. Okay. Cool.
I'll climb through the hole.
and Akari.
Yes, I will also climb through the hole.
And then I'll take my hole back.
All right.
Oh, God.
Sorry, Andy.
Uh,
We're avoiding all your fun.
Yes,
side room.
by going this way, you're avoiding it. Yeah.
Ah!
Um, so you continue on. You're now seeing doors on both sides of the hallway, looking much more like broken down wooden doors at one point. These look like entrances to, as you just kind of peer in them, small inns, what might have once been a tavern, maybe a few shops, and that sort of thing. And probably about 10 more minutes, unless you want to really search any of these. 10 more minutes of walking in that direction, you all of a sudden start to feel a bit of snow fall. And you look up. There are two large fireplaces on both sides of the hall now. And the kind of combined smokestack seems to lead pretty high up in the air, and you are feeling a bit of snow drifting down from something further up. No one's dark vision quite goes as far up as it goes, which means it's probably longer than 60, 70 feet up.
Time to climb?
Charity's gonna sort of hold a finger. All right, let's scout this first. Stormbringer, you want to get on Clue's back?
Oh, sure, yeah. I guess that's more efficient than climbing.
And I'll manifest my wings and fly up with the drift globe. And
Okay.
I'm trying to go slowly. I'm trying to like push back darkness so I can see a little bit further.
Sure. Sure. So,
And Stormbringer can
as-
see pretty well as well because of the drift globe.
Yeah. So as the two of you make your way up, the circular chimney that you're in is about a 5-foot radius, so like 10 feet a diameter across. So Clue is carefully like kind of raising. He doesn't have a ton of room as he drifts up, but you're able to make it. And yeah, about 80 feet up or so, you see before you get there a large iron or metal gate that is built into the stone itself. There's no like entrance or exit from it. And then further on, past that, another probably 20 or 30 feet, you see a bit of a glow of a couple fires.
Do we have more evidence of the snow? Are we feeling more like wind
Yes.
almost of like air?
Yeah,
movement?
you hear a wind then above you. You can't quite see even the top of it yet. And now that you're thinking about it, every once in a while, Phidero had these kind of stone structures that would be used as kind of a shared fireplace between several buildings. And you had always kind of thought that was just a weird architectural thing of Phidero, but it might be that they're borrowing some of the ventilation system of this old ancient city.
Before we sort of head back down to report, what does the grate look like? Like, is it of a single piece? Does it have a hinge?
Doesn't have a hinge or any opening that you can see. It is sort of lattice worked almost across in kind of a diagonal angle, but between the spaces of the metal, it's only about 5 or 6 inches.
Mm-hmm.
The metal is thick as well. It is made so that no one could just pop down from this area.
But there doesn't seem to be anything like, it's not made of razors or anything. It's just thick, heavy metal that it seems like it's meant to, if I was living underground and I needed fresh air and to be able to, let heat dissipate, etc., I would want to make sure people couldn't just pop down that. It feels like that kind of thing.
Exactly.
Right? So he's like, all right, this feels like it's a good possibility. Let's go back down.
Do I think from looking at it like that I would be able to like bend it open or break it open quietly?
I mean, given your previous stint at trying to bend the bars of the last trap, no. This is way more.
As
intense.
Charity notices that Clue hasn't started descending because, his rider hasn't sort of gone with that, Charity's just going to call up, hole.
What?
You don't have to
hole.
bend it. We have the hole.
Oh, yeah. Can Clue fit through that?
It's like a 6-foot diameter, I thought.
I don't fucking know how big this hole is. I've been picturing a very small hole.
I thought it was not quite that big, but maybe. Because I guess I don't know what this thing does.
Yeah, I think Clue got through it before, right? Because Clue was with us when we were in the tower. Or no, Clue was not with us in the tower.
6 feet in diameter.
Yeah. Clue could squeeze through that, sure.
Okay.
So we're
Cool. Then I
Hopping.
guess I'll let Clue head back down.
as like I'm coming into range, so I'm 60 feet above them, so I can see them. I think we found a way out.
Well, I have a question.
Uh-huh.
So we know that it's to the outside. Do we know that we're inside Phidero?
Charity worked extensively with the Sandkeepers who were were in this area. Were there any structures like this in the dunes?
No. Yeah, nothing that you remember, like one of these big stacks, like kind of smoke
And we do
stacks.
remember, like Burbage and I could remember them from in Phidero.
From the inside the city. Yeah. This is probably inside the city.
We're almost certainly inside the city. My big question is, do we want to try to take a rest here? If we're reasonably sure that we can get through, or do we want to just scout it first, make sure that we're in the city, and then we'll pop back down?
So as you're saying that, as you're kind of coming down,
Andy?
He froze in his joy.
Andy,
Okay,
you froze
back
right
in,
after
froze.
you
Oh,
said,
I'm sorry.
As you
As
come
you
back down.
Oh, I'm sorry. As you come back down, and you're kind of saying this as you're coming back down, Burbage, the figure to your left, you hear just the slight cock of a crossbow, and the voice, "Don't touch your weapons. Who are you? Get your friends down here."
There was a figure to my left, Andy.
Yes.
Did we know that?
No. And you probably should have, because it's just a hallway. It's not like there's stuff to hide behind.
Even Burbage with blind sight?
and
Yeah, you didn't
really high
mention it.
passive perception.
It's 15 feet away or so. I don't.
Oh, okay. So
How far did-
like when you were saying that, I thought you meant like right here.
Oh, not quite. Yeah, crossbow range, a little bit of distance.
All right. So it's more than 10 feet away from me?
Yeah, it's 15. Yeah.
Burbage puts his hands up and turns his head. Can he see the figure?
You can. It's an older gentleman, 50s maybe. A bald head with kind of hair on the sides, pretty thick mustache. And he's looking very stern, and he has a crossbow drawn on you. He doesn't seem that intimidating from his garb. He looks kind of poorly dressed with a cloak.
I don't mean to be offensive, but we're a whole party and you're just a dude with a crossbow. Like, if you shoot me, I'll be fine. But I feel like I could kick your kneecap and you would not be fine.
I love the mechanics of upper level D&D where it's like loaded weapon point, and he's like, that's cute. I'm a sorcerer. I'm like, pew, good job, buddy.
Yeah,
You wanna
Burbage
test
will.
it? You want to test this?
Burbage
mean,
message
kinda?
cantrips. Message cantrips. Charity. Charity, we've got company down here. Not a good
And
point.
very quickly, you were like just clearing that area. You can see now the figure, Charity, as well.
Can
Can
I
I
see the
detect-
figure?
Can I detect
Yes.
thoughts on him?
Sure.
Charity's gonna message up to Stormbringer. Oh, good. We've got someone threatening us again.
I
While
cast
Clem
it.
is detecting thoughts, I want to drop on him from above.
He was back a little bit from that area, but you
So
You
I can
could-
direct clue.
yeah you could kind of go along the ceiling a little bit, which is
Yeah. And then I just want
10
to
feet
fucking
above him.
pancake him. I want to pancake him.
Okay. All right. So detect first
Is a wisdom save, I think.
No, you get the
Uh,
surface thoughts for free.
for the surface thoughts. Yeah.
Right.
Also, I love the fact that you're going to be getting this dude's surface thoughts when Stormbringer does this.
His surface thoughts are how long have they been here? Did they find it? Should I just kill them or talk to them? and then, oh my god, as Clue slams down with Stormbringer on him from this.
I want to drop
Oh,
off
no,
of
no, no.
Clue and just like
Oh, Clue,
flatten the
you
dude.
drop on him.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
she's base jumping.
Fair. The oh god, as Stormbringer flattens him, just swan dives basically onto this dude.
And can I like
and
grapple him?
slams down, grapple him. The crossbow tumbles away from him.
I'm gonna message Cantrip Charity, and I'm gonna just say, yeah, he's looking for something that he doesn't want us to find, and he was wondering if he should just kill us. I could go deeper.
Yeah, why don't you go ahead and find out something about that? Maybe, lead the questioning. Maybe also keep Stormbringer from, unscrewing the top of his head.
Hey,
Can
don't threaten my friends with a crossbow, you ass.
You immediately,
Can I go-
pick him up, grapple
Can I
him.
go deeper?
Yes.
Deeper.
I think that will require a wisdom save.
Yes, the DC is only 13 because it's an item.
Sure. 9. Yeah.
Yeah. Tell me your
Ew.
thoughts.
What are you looking for at all, or
I mean,
looking
I
into?
would like to know, if I can, who this person is. What is he looking for? Can he actually hurt us? Like, is he just an old dude with a crossbow, or is there some like secret strength behind that?
Well, did Clem give the sense that he was talking about something he was looking for, or something that he knows where it is and he's keeping?
Oh, I just assumed, it was something he was looking for when he said, "Did they find it?"
So yeah, you're probing deeper into those sort of situations. You immediately kind of get a flash, almost a memory of him sitting down here just alone, watching the rays of sun as they beam down through this long stack, and in kind of the dust of this place, he's sharpening a few crossbow bolts. He doesn't seem incredibly powerful, though he very much knows his way around his weapons, and he cleans them pretty regularly. And you get the sense that he maybe just lives in one of these back tavern areas that that are right next to you.
What about what he's looking for, or the item that he was talking about, or thinking about?
That is, it's back where he lives, and that's kind of what he's thinking about. You don't exactly know what yet that is, or
So then, while Stormbringer is grappling him, I'm gonna walk up to his face as close as I can get to it, obviously, which isn't very close. I'll talk to his knee or whatever. And I'm gonna just say, "We know you have it. We know you're hiding it in there. Why don't you just take it to us and we won't kill you?"
Charity, you see him cast a spell.
No. I counterspell.
And at that, he looks kind of, shit.
Hey. So, why don't you just tell us what's going on?
As you begin speaking, and you've kind of come a little bit closer, you hear a clang, clang, clang. He drops the dagger he was holding, which he shouldn't have been able to be holding as he was restrained by you.
Yeah, what the fuck?
He somehow was able to palm a dagger, but whatever. He drops it on the ground as he sees you.
I'm gonna just say, yeah, he lives down here and he's hiding some item he doesn't want us to find. He lives down here by himself. I think he might be a little, off his rocker.
Do I recognize this person?
You do. This person's name, which is odd. You're not exactly sure why you know this, but his name is Drudge Holkin. He's a half-elf. He's quite dangerous, but nothing you couldn't take at this point. And you're not exactly sure how you know this, but very quickly it makes some sense as he then whispers, Calorin. Hey,
Oh,
you.
good. Hello.
I thought you were dead. You're supposed to be dead. Why are you not dead?
Question: did you want me dead? Charity is assuming that Clem has detect thoughts still up, so that if there's
Sure.
deception.
Yeah, you're seeing memories all of a sudden of Charity. But these memories kind of scare you a little bit. This is a Charity you don't recognize, really. This is someone who's pretty ruthless, who's good at gambling and counting coins and drinking and very quick with knives. And this person feels admiration to them mostly. And yeah, he answers you, I am glad to see you. Anyone from those days, I guess.
Oh, that's good.
What the hell are you doing here?
I want to. So, this is probably an insight roll, but Charity kind of wants to gut check what he thinks the best way to proceed with this person is. Not necessarily like tell him everything, but even down to like be like, weird shit happened. I lost parts of my memory. I don't fully remember what's going on. Why are you here?
Give me an insight roll. Yeah.
I will guidance myself first.
Okay. He's also eyeing you, Hikari, quite a lot.
I'm gonna also
23.
message. I'm gonna message Cantrip Charity, and I'm gonna say, seeing some stuff about you that's a little terrifying, and he seems cool with it.
You're gonna get the message back. Had we not gone over the whole mass murderer phase of my life?
I mean, I think it's different to hear about it versus see about it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But he seems like he's cool with that. He's great. Seems
Oh,
like
if I knew him when my name was Calorin, he is almost certainly a terrible person.
Message
so we
Cantrip.
should definitely steal that thing that he's guarding.
Clem, what's going on? Message Cantrip, what's going on?
Oh, this guy's seems like a real piece of work and likes old murderer Charity.
Ah.
So 23 on my insight
We're
check.
probably gonna steal from him. I say back into Burbage's mind.
Yeah, I mean, you recognize that he's looking kind of fondly at you. You're not exactly sure why. You're not. I mean, yeah, I mean, you have this connection. Leaning into it probably would give you more information. But it kind of depends on what you want to do.
But Charity doesn't immediately have the sense that, like, explaining why he hasn't recognized him would be a terrible idea or something.
No.
Charity will sort of be like, you said his name was Drudge?
Drudge.
Drudge?
Yeah.
In terms of the should be dead, a lot of things have happened, and my memory is kind of not, a memory.
Can you tell this one to like lay off for a second?
I mean,
No.
honest truth, how likely are you to try to kill one of us?
I wouldn't dare try to kill one of you or your friends.
Is he lying?
That's ridiculous. No, he's not lying.
Okay, I'll say it to Charity's, or I'll say it out loud because I want to freak him out, and I'll say, yeah, he's telling the truth. He's a scared little shit.
Stormbreaker, you can let him go. He knows Charity from the days when he was Death's Bell, in which, he might have been called Calorin.
What?
So, all right. Now, do you remember that we learned that Charity used to be this creepy, scary
Okay.
guy?
Burbage, time and a
Yeah.
place.
Caloring! Stormbreaker.
What
Oh,
is wrong? Is Burbage okay?
We all know the
No.
answer to that question. Anyway, so George, what? I'm sorry. What are
I
you?
did not let go of him.
Please,
You can.
what am I
loosen-
gonna do?
You can loosen up on him a little bit. What?
I just feel like he can talk like this, and this is fine.
I'm not saying that he has to be out of arm's reach of you, but I think you can let him go a little bit.
I'll set him on the ground, but I'm still like holding on to his shoulders.
Fine, that's okay.
Okay.
So,
good.
why are you here? Where is he? What's? I have patchy memories at best of what happened before the "you should be dead" part.
Is Adine okay? Have you talked to anyone else?
Any of the lights in the dark?
Yeah.
No, I haven't talked to anyone who's a member of the Lights in the Dark. I don't even know who's alive.
Well, that not many.
Neat. Why?
Some of us joined this group in Phidero, Pale Spiders. Started to work for them a little bit, but then all of that went to shit. And anyone that had any dealings with Ponway has been hunted down for the last few months. So I've been living down here.
Okay.
What is it that you're hiding?
I'm hiding a lot of things.
Yeah, what's the item that you didn't want us to find?
Is it this? And he pulls out a dagger. Got a lot of these.
I'm gonna grapple you again if you do that again.
Does anything come to his brain when I ask about the item?
Several things.
Well, he was thinking
couple
about
weapons.
one thing. Okay.
Yeah, he had kind of mentioned that one thing, but it doesn't seem like it's the most important thing. He was just worried in case someone else was looking through his stuff, they might have seen it or taken it.
Now, all right, you've got all these daggers. Tell me, did you get them from a dagger room?
Yeah, the dagger room. There's a dwarven dagger room back there.
See? Oh, vindicated.
You know he's winding you up, right?
Are you
Yeah,
winding
I
me
know.
up?
Yeah. There's no dagger room is stupid.
You realize that every interaction you have with a member of the criminal underworld, Burbage, results in them winding you up.
Burbage. Kemp?
Hey, remember how we were gonna be like in a low lane and stuff?
We're
and,
in a tunnel underground. It's hard to get more low laying.
I mean, I don't mean it literally. Obviously, Charity.
Yeah, he did
Kemp-
say Burbage Kemp.
Burbage
Stop
Kemp.
saying.
You stole the mistress's ring? Was that you?
That does. He's not talking about Meepus
No.
as Burbage Kemp. He's talking about something I did.
Yeah, this is just a random job you had one time in Phidero. The
Uh,
mistress, clandestine or something like that.
that was a classic Burbage Kemp adventure. Yeah, that's me. I was afraid you thought I was the smuggler, Burbage Kemp. And to be clear, that's not me. Whatever he did, whatever he's been getting up to, it's not me.
I haven't heard of a smuggler.
All right. Well, okay. What are your opinions of me?
Laughing stock mostly.
Time
you're
and
mostly
place.
a joke. I don't know why you're hanging out with this guy.
All right.
Burbage Kemp. Are you so hard up for friends? that you're
All
hanging
right.
out with
All right. Well,
Burbage?
laughter brings joy. Laughter's a good thing. And stock's good.
You live underground by yourself in the dust.
Oh, my life sucks. Correct. I'm not the death spell, so.
So they're hunting people with associations with Ponway.
Yeah, since he got killed in the streets.
Who killed him?
the priest people. I don't know their names.
How did they kill him?
They were one of the days they were like, when it started to get really cold, really cold. They were flying around above the city, lightning and fire was shooting all over the place. A couple buildings got knocked down, and then they made this grand, speech about Ponway was a traitor to the religion or something like that. But more importantly for me, anyone associated with this man will be hunted and tracked down. And I was not able to get out of Phidero by the time everything closed down. So here I am.
Yeah, rough. Charity actually didn't mean that glibly.
Yeah.
This is a weird question. Is Black Tom still around?
I thought you killed him.
Again, memories.
No, I've not heard anything about Black Tom. I certainly wouldn't have tried to join the Pale Spiders if Black Tom was still running shit.
What about Ire?
Ire's still around.
Okay.
I don't think he made it out either. I think he and Arisa, I think they got caught.
Arisa.
Like, by authorities. Not caught
Yeah.
inside the balance. Okay.
Yeah.
We know Arisa. We met Arisa.
Yeah, but that was before the Phidero getting shut down thing, so I guess she must have come back here. I think she was there when I ripped her face off.
Yeah, she was.
That was pretty funny.
You ripped his face off?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It was good, yeah.
See, this one makes sense. This one makes sense to hang out with.
All right. Okay. One question, Drudge.
Yeah.
How was Ponway killed?
Well, I mean, I didn't see it, I guess. But
Did you hear anything about it?
I don't know, wizard shit. They
happen?
blew him up probably.
Oh, do you think it was like a burst of flame?
Maybe.
Was it combustion?
I want to say popped or something. That'd be great.
Yeah, all right. Ponway's not dead.
Okay. What are you doing down here?
Trying to get into the city.
Is there a way out of the city this way?
Yeah?
Like I have gone a little bit in that direction, and there were oozes and puddings and all kinds of shit.
I can't claim that they're all dead, but all the ones we saw were dead.
Well, shit. That changes my plans for the day.
Good to hear. Happy to help.
Your plans for the day that involved sitting down here sharpening your crossbow bolts by yourself?
He looks pretty unnerved at that. Yeah.
I know all about you.
Just as a note, this one also makes sense.
Okay. What about the cute one over here? And he's looking at Hakari again.
Those kinds of statements have a 50% chance of going well, 50% chance of having your throat bitten out. So you decide.
Okay. I'll take my chances. What's your name? And he's looking at you.
What are you, just like Burbage? Time and a place, guy.
I've been alone for a long time. All right. Tall drink of water.
Stay good friends with your hand, and let's keep talking.
Fair for now. And Hakari, he's, older, maybe twice your age. So it's not the most attractive of prospects.
So you didn't know that there was a way out here. You just escaped to here in order to get away from the searches up top. You're pretty sure that I've killed Black Tom. Ire is still around, but may have been captured. Anything else
Don't get me wrong. I also thought Black Tom killed you. So, I could be wrong about things.
Can't we all? Anything else useful knowledge base around the city? Things that have been going on?
What do you want to know? I mean, they closed everything down. Everything's frozen. Can't light a fire in the town. Only fires are magical.
We saw fires.
You saw fires.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I also might be wrong. So.
What? Oh, I'm guessing detect thoughts is probably done by now because it's only a minute.
Sure. Yeah. But I mean, yeah, everything he's saying is pretty straightforward. He seems kind of relieved that he's, with you guys at the moment. It's the feeling you get.
Are they patrolling the streets? Is it sort of a lockdown situation, or?
No one wants to be outside. It's cold. They're, yeah. I mean, religion's ruling everything. Glory Gem, the merchant, head of the Merchants Guild, is the most powerful person in the city until everything locked down, and then his wealth is going by. So, yeah, nothing left but the temples, and they seem, them strict as always.
What of the Sandkeepers?
I heard you were in Phidero like a few months ago, like for a while.
Hazy.
Okay. Sandkeepers, I mean, they don't have anything to do. They can't leave the city to keep the sand. Sand's frozen. It's not going anywhere. That's about as poor as you get. No one's helping them. Is there something you need? Do you want to go into Phidero?
I have business there.
Drudge, speaking of fire, do you know anything about hellfire?
Hellfire. It doesn't ring a bell. Sorry.
Wait, see, now that's it, right? You guys get it? It doesn't ring a bell.
Charity would want to make an insight check on that one.
Doesn't ring a bell.
What?
26.
He is telling the truth. This does not ring a bell to him. He doesn't know what hellfire is.
I don't know how much simpler I can make it. It doesn't ring a bell. So apply that retroactively to everything I've said before.
Apply that to the Temple of Ring?
Yes. Right, the
Wait,
Temple of
Temple
Ring.
of Ring doesn't ring a bell? That's true. I've never heard of the Temple of Ring.
It's the Temple of Ryn? Why are you saying it?
What we said, but
You're saying
Burbage,
it like assholes. What is that?
I know. No, Burbage, this is not Burbage, but this short person said that that's not what it means. That it's the Temple of Ring.
Okay.
All right. So while they sort that out, I'm looking to acquire something that I think will help me get back some of the foggy and etc. I need to get into the city for that, and I need a place to stay safe. Any thoughts?
Well, how I get in and out is through Knott's place. I don't know. Do you remember Knott at all?
Do I?
This name doesn't ring a bell.
No.
He's got a few, basically a front for money laundering. He sells some overpriced weapons and that sort of thing, but he has I don't think he even knows about it. But in his basement, I can show you the place. You can get up there through there.
Would Burbage know about Knott's place?
Yeah. This is kind of an underground dude in Phidero that would fence a lot of items for you.
Right. Knott's place. And of course he's got something in his basement. Phidero notoriously has a basement problem. Every basement we've come into here, some creepy shit's going down. Do you remember all the fights we had in basements?
Although in this case, I suppose we'd be the creepy shit. So,
Oh, how the tables have turned.
yeah, if you can show us how to get in. Where is Knott's inside Phidero?
I mean, it's kind of in Slums District, which is on the west side. We're not too far from the river.
Charity will sort of blink and message to the party generally, since we've established that that's the thing I can do if I give myself a migraine. Charity calling family. Do we just let him take us to this? Oh God, to where he pops in and out. Ah,
I mean, I was inside his head for a while, and he seems like he's pretty terrified of you as a person.
that's fair.
So I think that we could trust it. I'm kind of tired of wandering. I mean, listen, I'm not tired of it because I'd like to wander around here if we had, like, the time to really wander. But it'd be nice to just get out since we don't.
It's fair. Charity will sort of look. Do you know of anywhere that has a safe place to hole up?
Down here is your safest bet. I don't trust anything up there.
Fair.
So we should sleep first.
There's a lot of taverns on this main drag here. A lot of beds. Still kind of comfortable, oddly enough. For what, hundreds of years, thousands of years, something?
Charity, like, all right, Judge, go ahead and show us the way in and out that you have, and then I
Okay.
can give you directions for getting out. Just be careful of slimes.
Good trade for me. I'm good with that. Do you need anything? Like, I got a little food.
Should be good.
All right. So Drudge takes you back just a little ways into one of the taverns. Takes you
Said
kind
to the door to the right. I was going to scream.
No. It's getting near that door, but we're not there. He does mention that he says the dagger is that way. But he'll come into this tavern, go kind of into the kitchen area, and then there's kind of a large, not hewn stone, but like clawed and scratched hole that is a tunnel that leads up. And that, he says, will lead straight up to there's a large barrel up there that's hiding the entrance to this little tunnel. Just move it aside. But it is like about 100 feet kind of at a diagonal there. So it takes a little bit to crawl through that.
All right. And then Charity would, to the best of Charity's ability, give him like the route back, which wasn't especially complicated.
Yeah.
He'll also mention the traps that were like at the very front of it, enough so that a reasonably, competent adventurer should be able to know a bit better what to look for.
Yeah. Then he will waste no time, and if you let him go, he will take his pack and start off and wish you good luck. But I mean it, good luck. Hope you take the whole fucking thing down.
That's the goal.
Were we gonna have like a nice 8-hour nap before we go into Phidero?
Yeah, I think that would be a good idea.
Speaking of breaks, why don't we take one?
Nice.
Thank you very much. We'll be right back with more Fates of Ryn. And it looks like they're so close to Phidero. Then we'll see.
Instead, we're going to turn around and explore this dungeon.
Also fine. Also fine. So manage your fluids, everyone, and we'll be right back.
Yeah. See you in a little bit, everybody.
Yeah. Well, hello there. Hey, everyone. Thanks. We're back. We're going to play some D&D. Let's jump right in. So, friends, if you want, Monsieur Drudge will take his leave of your company and let you do what you would like to do.
I'm gonna tell Message Cantrip Charity that well, the way that you did things is weird, Andy. And
Okay.
when I initially heard his thoughts, you made it seem like there was an item he was worried about us finding. And then
That was in his initial thoughts, yeah.
yes, and then when I went deeper and I was asking about items or whatever, you said that there wasn't a specific one.
There's many. Yeah. that he's hiding from you and stuff.
So when he said, "Did they find it?" I couldn't decipher what it was.
Not what it was, no.
Didn't he or Andy say something about the daggers that way?
No, he just had
Yeah.
a dagger on him, I thought.
No, he said the dagger was that way. That's what he said about the door that you didn't go in.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He also had many daggers on him. Dagger, dagger, dagger.
All right. Initially, it made it seem like he was hiding something specifically, but then it made it seem like he wasn't. So then
Right. So what you kind of get from that is it's not a really important, terrible thing. It was the thing he was just thinking of at that moment
Okay.
that came to his mind as soon as for some reason he saw you. And
Okay.
then it seemed to fade from importance.
Okay. Never mind then.
And it seemed more like it faded from importance than like he wasn't hiding something. It wasn't like he was burying this idea deep down.
Yeah. Like, for example, if he thought you were Phidero priests finally finding him or something like that, he would be worried about something entirely different than when he saw who you were. And you're like,
Okay.
oh, he's like, oh, shit, these people are not.
Okay.
So he's going to leave. And are you going to take a long rest? Are you going to head into the city?
I think we're gonna rest. What? It's early in the morning right now, right?
Yeah. It's probably
Yeah,
5.
I'd really
Probably makes sense for us to try to navigate Phidero, like, not during daytime. But am I wrong about that?
I think it's also just that we almost certainly need to rest before we go deal with anything we find in
Yeah.
Phidero. So like
I'm just thinking about the timing of it. Like we could sleep during the day, and then it would maybe result in even a better time for us to peek our head out. Maybe.
yeah,
Okay.
Yep, I vote we rest.
Any watches? Everyone just gonna head to sleep? Everyone is very tired, but
Do the standard watch system.
standard watch. Okay. Burbage first. Give me a roll. Perception. Yeah.
21.
21. You think you hear that bell again somewhere deep within the underground complex, which is weird because it shouldn't be able to just bounce through. You know, these aren't walls, really. These are just carvings in the earth itself.
these are just parts of it that haven't been dug out.
Right.
Ugh.
Andy again trying
Annoying you.
to lure
Yeah, right.
Adam to do something.
In a different age, Burbage would feel called by the bell. Instead, he's just annoyed. Laughing stock. Does everyone in Phidero think I'm a laughing stock? What? And psst, Stormbringer. At the start of the watch, before Stormbringer goes to bed, Stormbringer.
What?
Have you not gotten any of my jokes this whole campaign?
Oh, no, I think I've gotten some jokes you've made. I just
Yeah, right. Because I made some good ones, right?
Yeah.
So it's not like you're not. So you know I'm funny, right?
Yeah. You're very funny.
Okay, that's all. I just wanted to make sure. You can go back to sleep. You can go back to sleep.
Okay, thanks, Burbage.
Laughing stock. Yeah, because I'm a funny guy. I laugh.
I would- Clem just whispers, "That's not what that means."
Shut up, Clem. I'm not listening to you. I'm listening to the bell.
I'm sleep talking.
All right. Well, Burbage is not gonna go. I mean, unless there's any chance that the dagger is like Avery couldn't possibly have already lost Bright or Dianathine, right? Like,
Correct. Yeah. Nor was that a dagger. But yeah.
well,
We're so close to progress.
True.
So close.
So close. And you see me, maybe. Yeah, no, Burbage will finish up his watch and wake up Hikari.
No. You hear a voice say, "Laughing stock." It's true. It's true. It's funny and true.
Eldon, stop being an Eldong.
Is that
See,
another bell joke?
That
Well,
wasn't
it was
funny.
supposed to be. What?
See, that wasn't funny.
I think it was because it actually doubly funny because it's both
Oh.
stop being a dick
Yes.
and also it's a callback to the bell stuff. Dong, dong, dick, you're a dick. Get out of here.
Okay. I'll leave you alone. His eyes still have that white mist as he leaves you.
I don't like that. And it's not
Okay.
Eldon. I know it's not Eldon, Andy. Hikari. Psst, wake up. I can't hear you. I can just barely hear you, Hikari.
The Burbage. What?
Oh, I startled you awake. Hikari. First of all, it's your turn to take watch.
Okay.
Second of all, you know I'm funny, right?
Yeah, it's Burbage. You're funny. You're funny. I heard you talking to yourself. Just, they're laughing with you.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That makes sense to
They're
me.
all laughing with you. It's fine. Go to sleep.
I mean, how could anyone not laugh with me? Because I laugh at myself all the time. I laugh at my jokes
Exactly.
constantly.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It's a good
all
thing.
right. I feel good about it. Good night.
Good night.
Please give me a perception check, Hikari. Secret.
I'm just going to point out that for the podcast, that's going to be really weird.
That's going to be a lot of silence.
And
What was your
without the
roll?
context of you looking the other way.
Yeah.
I
hear
cannot
you.
hear yours.
They were asking me something.
Oh,
You're not pushing to talk, yeah.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I was on a call earlier today where I didn't have to push to talk. So, okay. So 18.
All right, 18. 18 perception. Everything seems really quiet. You don't hear any sort of bell that maybe Burbage let on that he heard during his watch. It's just, yeah, bleak down here. You actually start to feel a little sorry for Drudge, who must have lived down here in just silence with nothing to do or nothing to see.
But
Who's next?
Presumably, his name was already Drudge before he started living that life.
Correct.
So I don't feel bad for the guy.
Fair. Who's next?
I don't know. Who do I wake up?
Clem. Clem, give me a perception
Sure.
check.
Let's do it. Perception. 24.
Excellent. Also, give me a wisdom saving throw.
Why? Oh, is it because I'm a dude?
Yeah, he's still there, isn't he? In your head.
17.
17.
Is he gonna make me go after the Jagger door?
Are you happy with a 17?
Oh, are you? Oh, I guess we're sleeping, right? So I could use my thing and it would reset at the end?
Theoretically.
Okay, I'll use a flash of genius. And I'll make it 22.
That door did look enticing, didn't it?
Yeah, I said as much.
I wonder what's behind it. What do you say we take a quick trip?
I say stop distracting me. Unless you have something useful to add.
You're no fun.
I'm very fun.
What do you hope to gain from going above into the city?
I'm helping to save the world. Are you new here?
I could help with that.
I've asked and you haven't offered anything.
I'm a bit trapped at the moment.
Yeah, that's a bullshit excuse because you're trapped with me
Limited.
mentally.
Perhaps if more of my kind
That's ominous.
were to have made something. Let's just go beyond that door.
What are your kind?
Dwarves.
Are you just talking about all dwarves? Should I just go find some dwarves?
Old dwarves.
I'm not into that.
Can you not hear them? All around you.
That's creepy.
Is it?
Yes.
Interesting.
What do you think's behind that door?
Oh, I don't know. Good night.
You know, you could actually help if you want to. Okay. Yeah. No, Clem is going to stare in the direction of the door for most of her watch.
Nothing else happens. Who do you wake up?
Are 4 people per watch?
One more.
Stormbringer.
All right. Stormbringer, give me a perception check.
I'd also say at this point, Clue would probably be up.
Cool.
Oh, crit fail.
It's not great.
You hear the clinking of glasses, a bit of a song beginning, some laughter. You catch a bit of dwarven. Something about the mine collapse was a tragedy. That's it.
What direction is that coming from?
Like the tables next to you?
Well, I'm just gonna fucking ignore that then.
Okay. Empty tables, of course, next to you.
Yeah.
All right. The night then concludes, the day. You see no daylight until you look back out into the hall, and then daylight is streaming down through that smokestack again, lighting up a bit more of the hall in both directions. It is dusty. That you now that there's some sunlight is much more apparent. Other than that, everything is quiet. Everything is as it is.
All right, what's going on with Aid?
What is going up.
And we get half of our total hit dice back.
Yes, you can even click long rest, and it should replenish that for you automatically.
It
Did you-
did.
Did you know also, Adam, that you can hit the settings on any of your like countdownable things, and you can say reset on short rest or long rest?
Yeah, but I don't have any resources like that.
Oh, okay, I have too many.
Yeah.
Please hold. Figuring out what's going on with aid. I would have cast some, so we can get to the numbers in a second if that's okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Long rest is pretty cool that it actually resets all this shit.
Very cool. That feels good. It feels good to get some rest.
All right. So that was 8 more hours.
Now it's what? Like early, late afternoon?
Should be.
All right. Looking over the spell slots, Clem, 50 to current, plus 50 to current and max. Hakari, plus 45 to current and max. Burbage, plus 55. Stormbringer, 40. And then a big old pile for me.
That puts me over 200.
That's wild.
Lol me. I have an item that gave me a bunch of stuff too, so I'm not just like
Nice.
a super magical, strong gnome artificer out of nowhere.
You all are invincible.
We're basically gods.
Invincibility. What's that? Invincibility. Not quite yet.
What would you like to do? The day is yours. You are underground. You don't think Clue could fit through the dug tunnel? Unless he
Doug?
like ethereal.
Sorry.
So, Clue probably can't go through there. He should be able to go through the portable hold if we use that through the grate.
Also, though, you would know that that is much more out in the open than this more furtive entrance. If that changes anything.
Charity's also going to sort of look up. We should now be inside the walls.
You believe so? Especially, yeah, if Burbage remembers Knott's place correctly, you are, yeah, definitely within the walls.
Charity's going to look at Clue. Now that we're past the big glowing light walls, how does the ethereal plane feel to you?
Kind of looks at you like, what do you think it feels like?
I'm not as good at it as you are.
He kind of shrugs a little bit.
Do you think you could be there long enough to be able to meet us up top?
Shakes its head, yeah.
All right, so it seems like Clue's willing to risk the ethereal plane for that long at least.
So you want to go with him, or everyone else kind of go up the tunnel and he alone goes?
I was figuring that we would go up the tunnel and then he would go. Less
Cool.
intrusive, probably, to have. So what time? We would guess it's about...
2 or 3 in the afternoon.
Well, from what Drudge said, this will let us into a basement, so we're not going to be completely exposed. Do we want to figure out where we actually are? Get up top?
Sounds reasonable.
Yeah.
All right. So you begin to crawl through the dug out tunnel of this place, and you get to the top eventually. And it's true. There's a large wooden barrel above you. It's pretty heavy to move. You could probably scoot it, but it'll make some noise. Or you could lift it and place it should be quieter.
I can lift it and place it quietly.
Okay, give me a strength check, please. Athletics, if you want.
22.
22. Yeah, you lift up this barrel and quietly place it down next to you, and you find yourself then in the basement of some establishment. There are some random weapons kind of strewn about. Nothing looks like it's categorized or really inventoried down here. It just kind of looks like a place where a lot of shit is thrown. And then there's a small wooden staircase to your right that looks like it leads up.
Does it look like this this room, this basement is like used pretty regularly, or is there like a lot of dust? Like people come down here very much?
Right, a lot of dust. It does not look like it's used much.
Okay, cool. So I'll quietly whisper to people.
The rest of you follow?
I think we're good. Yeah, we can go.
Had these made for a reason.
And what made?
He's going to quietly get out and look around.
Yeah, it's just a basement. Nothing especially interesting.
I guess I'll reach down to help other people come out.
Yeah. Everyone pops on up. When did you want to meet Clue again? Clue was gonna maybe meet you at the basement or outside, or
I kind of thought we were it would be the basement,
Okay.
assuming there was a space large enough for him.
Yeah. After about 4 minutes, you're getting more worried. Clue has not shown back up.
Yeah, the ethereal plane's a bad place to be.
Can we go into it with the hole and get Clue and then nip back out?
I don't think that's how the hole works.
I don't know how the hole works.
And suddenly flames in the corner. There is a large nightmare, fully inflamed, standing there looking around and seeing you, douses the flames of the main and trots over.
How'd it go, buddy?
It's just kind of wide-eyed for a moment.
Die.
Did you see? You saw Slender Man. You saw the Slender Man, didn't you? Clue, did you see the Slender Man?
It shakes its head.
No? Oh, that's good, because that guy was terrifying.
It kind of goes over to like Burbage and Clem and sort of with a hoof kind of motions at them.
Small people.
Were there a bunch of dwarf ghosts? Yeah,
It,
the voice in my head said we were actually surrounded by dwarfs, and couldn't I hear it? And I just thought he was being a dick.
Clue, did you hear a bell?
And shakes yes to that.
Ha 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 ha! Vindicated. I'm not sure why or how, but I feel it.
Just kind of looks generally uneasy about the whole thing.
I want to make a perception check to see if I hear like any sounds of people in the building above us.
Sure.
Sorry, I was not present to talk. Going to cast guidance on myself first, and also
Yeah.
probably be like, could people who are good at that sort of thing make sure that there aren't any traps down here or on that door?
I'm on it.
Give me an investigation.
Nat 20 on perception.
Not
Woo.
good investigation.
All right.
I'm also looking for any valuable items down here.
Oh,
For a total of 24.
okay.
I rolled a 12 investigation.
I mean, yeah, there's just kind of some shit down here. There's kind of a nice looking sword. It's a little big for you, maybe a little unwieldy, but it's looking nice. I don't know. That's about it. There's some ale that Hakari has already gotten into. That looks quite old, but
Called
tastes
aged.
decent. Yeah, we'll say aged. And with a 20 and a 24 total, you do hear some voices upstairs, kind of speaking, and then you hear kind of a bell and a ding and a door shutting, and then still just a few footsteps.
Using a message to sort of ping first the people going to look towards the door and then everybody. There's at least one person here. And there's a bell on the door upstairs. No, Burbage, not that bell.
Yeah, but message comes from Charity. My one question for you is, do you hear the bells? Huh? Charity? Huh?
You know that's a metaphor for death, right?
Right, right. It's a whole thing that you do, and I just. But you did hear a bell? Oh, okay.
Yes, actually a shopkeeper's doorbell.
Sure, yeah.
The door is also not trapped nor locked. It is a trap door that can be swung up very easily.
Not
It's not
trapdoor.
trapdoor.
Yeah, it's an untrapped trap door.
All right, well, Drudge said that Knot probably didn't even know that this was down here, so he might have questions when an entire party of individuals just sort of pop on up if he's there.
So, like, we can just wait till they go away until it's nighttime and people go to bed, and then we'll sneak very quietly out and go somewhere safe.
I mean, time is a factor here.
Yeah. Did Burbage know not? Did he ever...
Not personally, other than you've had a few dealings with him. I mean, he seemed cordial enough during those, but very professional. He would recognize you, probably.
Maybe one of us could sneak up through the trapdoor. Hopefully they don't see it, and we could act like go over to the door, ring the bell real quick, and then like distract them while the other people come up through the trapdoor.
That's kind of what I was thinking. I'm pretty stealthy. I bet I could get up there.
Yeah.
And if he did, if I had to interact with him, it would make total sense for me to be there. He would know me as a thief of Phidero, a renowned, respected thief who gives joy by causing people to laugh. And then I could distract him with my jovial, laughter-causing nature.
You're really hung up on that guy, aren't you?
My confidence in this course of action is just gone.
Hey, we don't want people to know we're in town. You can't go telling people you're Burbage Kemp.
Yeah, no, Atashadric. Unless we need to take another vote. Do we have a referendum?
Atashadric is a well-known thief that they would expect to see and would distract them with Atashadric's jovial nature.
Look, Stormbringer, you could pick apart any plan like this and it would fall apart.
Some faster than
the
others.
plan is based of you being a well-known figure when we're trying to lay low.
I mean, come on, let's just let Herb do it. Herb is funny. Everyone knows Herb Lavender, so let's just let him do it.
Hakari, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm great, Herb. How are you, Herb?
Bird's just trying to get a sense of is Hakari being ironic, having a little callback?
I guess you could give an insight check.
Because something else happened recently with Akari's memory, right? Didn't she?
Yeah, she had a hard time recognizing
us
for a second.
Didn't she get flooded? Or, well, I guess I don't know if our characters understand what happened.
Well, Charity...
You
I
know
was
that
gonna say,
she had a hard time.
we don't know
recognizing
exactly
you.
what happened, but I think Charity even was like, memories coming back? Because I know how that works.
So with a 16 insight...
This was seeming pretty genuine. not a joke.
Okay, well,
Oh.
that's narrowing the list down even further. Hey, Clem. As a fresh newcomer to the city of Phidero, which is itself suspicious, but less suspicious than
Okay.
all of the people who are literally probably wanted at the moment. Wanna scooch on up there, see what you can find?
Yeah, what do you want me to say if I come across this person?
Wait, is this a store?
Yeah,
It's a fence, basically.
it's a
I
it's a
would-
front for a store. Yeah.
I would
Or
just
a
act
storefront.
like a customer. Like, I don't know, ask them about their best magic potions and see what happens.
Okay, I'll give it a try. I'm
But the
really
key-
good with people.
The key thing is you want to distract him long enough to get him away from the trap door so that we can all get out. You message cantrip us when you're ready.
I use my feminine wiles. Got it.
Okay.
Charity is going to cast guidance and give a slight shudder at the
Feminine
statement
wiles.
feminine wiles. Oh god, just the confidence in all the plans. Just the lines slope down so quickly.
Scratch your beard and are ready to go.
Yep, just okay. I'll peek up through the trapdoor and just see if I see anything when I pop it briefly open.
Give me a stealth check.
Okay. Stealth check.
Burbage sidles up to Hikari and says, Jackie.
Yeah.
9.
And you do have guidance, so
12.
12.
Can I do? I can't remember what I can flash of genius. Is it only like I can't do it to like physical things, right? Or
I thought it was anything.
I think I can. Let me see.
Any
Sorry.
ability check,
I think it's ability checks and saving throws, right?
Yeah.
Does Hikari think her name's Jackie?
No, because Jackie's not a thing. I don't think we've established. Kari? Is that what you mean? Kari Daytona?
Oh, yeah. I was
Oh, but
just
I'm
doing this
thinking
great,
Jackie Daytona.
what we do in the shadows
I
reference.
got it mixed up too. I mean,
Bartender.
so I
Sorry,
didn't say yes. I
Daytona.
said what when you
Okay.
said
I meant Kari.
yeah.
All right. Just checking.
Yeah, I will add a flash of genius to it to make it 17, just because I feel like this
Alright.
is important.
Okay, 17. You very quietly lift up on the trapdoor. You are in kind of a back room, it appears, but through an open doorway, there's someone at a counter, basically, kind of a tall, lanky, half-orc individual who seems to be counting coins there. It does look like you're able to... you're small enough that you could go past him and swing around the counter itself. And probably get to a front door.
Okay, I will try to do that.
All right, one more stealth check then.
I don't have guidance anymore, do I?
Well, was it lifting the thing to get
Yeah.
out? I could have cast it again then if
Then,
I
yeah.
thought it had been used.
Once you're ready to go.
16.
16. Yeah, you seem to be they're pretty preoccupied with what they're doing. As you open the front door, you hear a ding ding jing. And immediately he kind of looks then up over the counter. Yeah, what does you want?
Hi.
Aye.
I was wondering if you have a bathroom that's available for public use.
I do not. No bathrooms. Sorry about your luck.
That's okay. What is this place? Looks interesting.
What do you think this place is?
I don't know. You got a countertop and
Yeah.
stuff around.
Okay, fuck off. Yeah, get out of here.
What if I want to buy something?
Okay. Would you want to take a look at my various leather armors?
I mean, yeah.
Right.
I don't know why you told me to fuck off when I asked what you sold, but fine.
Sure. Some of the armor's been burned a bit. Is that
Yeah, so
matter
have
to
I.
you? I'm
I mean,
sorry?
so have I.
That was your answer?
That
Andy,
sometimes I've been burned a bit.
Andy, Burbage is trying to remember, like, in his dealings with Not,
Yeah.
was there a special code to
No, but
use?
both you and Charity can hear the thieves can't.
Okay.
Which is, are you here for money laundering or essentially? Yeah.
So Burbage will message Cantrip to Clem a response in Thieves Cantrip.
Okay.
Say, well, yes, under the blue moon, I'm here for my underwear to be cleaned.
Are you just trying to make it so that this guy kicks me out?
No, I'm trying to make it so that there's a reason for you to be there.
Well, yes.
Hello, you okay?
Under the blue moon, I'm here for my underwear to be cleaned.
Oh, fuck. Why didn't you say so? All right, come on. Come on, get the fuck out of the cold. Hey, no one's followed you, yeah?
No.
Yeah, all right, I don't need no priests coming down on me, you know what I'm saying? Listen,
Yeah, nobody likes it when priests come.
No, not at all. What can I... Oh, wait, I just got it. Oh, you're funny. You're very funny. The funniest person I've been around for a while.
Yeah,
Well,
I've been told I'm pretty funny.
Is he moving away from the counter, or
Not yet. Yeah.
So can you show me so wait, hold on.
Yeah.
So this is Rachel talking. What do I know about his business? Like the money laundering, like would I be
money
bringing
laundering
like an
fence
item?
thing? Yeah,
would I-
so he would be either he would be the one that would sell the item for you for money
Okay.
that you've stolen, essentially.
Okay.
that's a fence?
Yeah, or if you want the money laundering part, you would be paying an exorbitant fee for just a regular item. And then he would be able to funnel that money back to someone else.
Okay. I'm going to looking through my list of
Assorted viscera.
Oh, God.
yeah, and I mean I've collected a lot of things.
Mhm.
So I have a tea set that says tea for two or on it that I got from somewhere in the last city that we were in.
Okay.
The one that I'm actually from that I cannot think of right now for the life.
Lagelter.
Lagelter.
Mhm.
Thank you. And I'm gonna pull that out and kind of like walk over to a part of the counter where he would have his back turned to the
Sure.
both trap door and the front door if I can.
Mhm.
And be like, all right, so these, I can't really tell you too much about them right now,
Oh.
but these are fine specimens that I can't really be caught with, if you catch my drift.
I see. Let's see. Let me guess where you got them. Maybe the Opal District? No, you got it from Unnameable Row. You stole it, I bet, from one of the priests themselves.
Yeah, they always think that nobody could steal from them, you know. But
Right? Oh. After that pwn we died, we got a bunch of stuff from his place.
yeah, so I got that. If you're willing to do the work for it.
Oh. It could fit a few coins, I bet. I don't mind taking this on. Here's a bit of a receipt. And he'll open up his little drawer, start to kind of write something.
That's what your cut is? Is that how you do business around here? I'm gonna try and just, barter with him and be annoying with him to distract him enough for people to escape.
Well, I don't want to get my hands burned off now, do I? it's a bit risky these days.
And have you message cantripped us to let us know that he's distracted right now?
I kind
think
of had
Clem forgot
I
imagined that.
assumed you were listening at the
Oh.
I had
trap
kind of
door.
assumed that, like, after she had gotten out, Charity was sort of holding it mostly up so that he could
Okay.
monitor.
Cool.
Sorry,
All right.
I assumed you
Yeah.
guys were like,
Yeah, I was like, this is going
So do I see like an opportunity to get somewhere?
Sure. Clem has this person pretty well.
Are there any windows in this back room
Yes, there is one.
where it feels like we could maybe like jimmy that and get out?
Sure. Yeah. Give me a stealth check.
You're going to see
Whoever.
Charity's up window.
Yeah.
Open it. Get us
Yeah,
out.
sure thing. Burbage will head on up. Also, I just want to note that when we heard the knot say that something about Ponway being dead, Burbage turned to Kari and just kind of shook his head and said, "Not dead." But now he's going up.
Okay.
All right. And with Supreme Sneak, I get a crit hit.
Jeez.
For a total of
35.
35.
You hop up on the counter real quick. There's a mug that you immediately knock over, and you catch it with your foot, and then you kind of place it gingerly back on the table silently, head it back over to the window itself. You hold down one of the hinges that you could tell is going to squeak, and then you open it up with very, very little noise. And it's a window that probably, each of you could fit through. Obviously not Clue, but
Burbage will kind of can Burbage stand there and kind of motion like to help people through, and can he offer his support in
Sure.
terms of stealthiness?
yeah, I'll allow that to continue on. So whoever else wants to come up, give me a stealth check to get up and out the window.
And am I lowering the DC or giving them advantage?
Yeah, you'll lower the DC.
I got a 26,
Very stealthy for Stormbringer.
right?
Sorry.
Let me see here.
And then what's Clue gonna do? I kind of just want the horse to just walk straight out the front door.
I got an 11.
An 11, okay.
Part of me wants to have the horse just like walk out and have Clem just be like, "That's where you went." Well, Charity will be like, so do you want to just try to walk out, or do you want to go through the ethereal plane?
It sort of kind of shakes its head like I don't know.
Message cantrip, Clem. So what would we say about Clue just sort of walking on out there?
I mean,
These are my prices. Take it or leave it.
yeah, do it.
All right.
He's-
You won't be sorry, you.
You're gonna hear Charity in your head go, I hope to God that was meant to be a signal to both of us. And
And I'm gonna just snap my fingers and just say, and now my steed.
go. And like Charity's gonna sort of have Clue go as he scrabbles the other way. So like there's a bit of a distraction.
All right.
And stealth check for me.
Yep.
I'm also gonna guidance myself. 20.
20 is very good. So Akari did kind of knock over a couple fruit that are now rolling on the ground. But as Clue comes up, he has taken the tea set and turned around just in time to see this nightmare moving from the back room to the front. He drops the tea set and it shatters into a million pieces. What the
I still-
fuck?
I still get paid for that, right?
Fuck, do you still have the receipt?
Ah!
Yeah, it's right here.
Shit.
Where would it have gone? I've been standing
I was
here.
hoping. I don't know. Fuck.
Listen, I called for Jeffrey because it was time for me to go. I don't like
Why was
walking
he
if I
back
don't
there?
have to. He's not back. He could go in between planes. He just showed up where I wanted him to. You know
Wait,
things, right?
wait, he can go between planes.
Uh-oh.
That's interesting. Can he get out the walls?
Do I look like I give a shit about that right now?
No. This could be lucrative for us.
Who's us?
You and
You just
me.
broke the thing I gave you to sell.
I'm gonna pay you for it. You have the fucking receipt. No. We could smuggle people out of here. Do some good even.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Do I look like a fucking do-gooder?
Not really. Well, if you change your mind, I got people who would pay top dollar to get out of here.
Now you're speaking my language.
That's what I'm saying. I was speaking common the whole time. Do you want to go into business? And the rest of you have made it out, by the way, this time. Yeah.
How about I think it over and I come back to you?
Okay. Sorry about the tea set. I was surprised. I'm right.
That's
Here's
valid.
50 gold.
Yeah.
Enjoy. Tell your friends about knots.
I'll tell him you'll break the things and pay him anyway. All right, and I leave with Clue.
All right.
Jeffrey, I think is what I called him.
Successful. You, my friends, have successfully made it into Phidero. You have leveled up. Most of you are now at level 17, I believe.
I'm at 16.
Catching up.
Catching up. And then what would you like to do? It is very cold here. It is currently snowing. You do see these riders in the sky kind of circling around, patrolling. There doesn't seem to be a lot of people on the streets, especially priests. You don't see them walking a beat on the street or anything like that. And you are firmly within the slums district of Phidero.
From Charity's perspective, looking up at the Wyvern Riders,
Yeah.
are they looking like up / out, or are they looking down?
It's a little hard to tell, but you're pretty sure they're monitoring what's down here.
Okay, they seem
Yeah.
more like they're focused with the way they're flying and looking, maybe that they're looking down at the streets. With us sort of huddled here, Charity's going to say to Burbage, "All right, look, since you seem to favor callbacks from earlier in this campaign, previously we had a dispute over where we should go, the Sandkeepers or your apartment. I know it's not likely to be your apartment anymore, but do you think it would still be safe? Or do we try to get all the way over to the other end of town to get to the Sandkeepers?"
Well, strictly speaking, Charity, that's more of a previously on than a callback. But
I'm going to telekinesis you into one of the wyverns.
I mean, my place is very, very close to here. We could at least check it out and see what's going on there. That would be on the way to the Sandskeepers, in a way.
All right, well, guess might as well try. It certainly can hurt us, but,
Well, I mean, yeah, we're always going to be in this situation eventually. All right, here we go.
And inside the slums, is there a way that we can move where it's mostly like undercover of, like between buildings, etc., so it wouldn't stick out?
So Burbage would know a path that's pretty easily off main roads, undercover as much as it can between buildings. With very little effort, Burbage can find a way there.
This way.
So you get up to the several story kind of stacked domicile of where Burbage used to live, which was the middle apartment in this 3-story building. The bottom floor, again, was the butcher's place. And the butcher appears like the shop is closed. Everything's boarded up. You could go up to the apartment if you want, or...
The butcher, it's like closed permanently.
Yeah.
Yeah. Burbage would do like a little... It's definitely trying to get a sense for if he hears any sounds from inside or sees any signs of like any recent entrances or exits. Is there an outdoor way to get up to the apartment, or is it through the butcher shop?
No, it's on the side of the building. There's a creaky, very creaky stairway that leads all the way up, and it's been snowing, so you see that it has been trodden recently.
There are footprints up the stairs.
Yeah.
In the snow. All right. Yeah, it could just be, some squatters taken up in my humble abode, but I think there's might be somebody up there. We all as a group have come over here, right?
Yeah.
Not just talking to myself.
Yeah, you might have been like the most forward, but
I mean, it is. How long has it been since Burbage paid rent?
6 months, something like that.
Even before
7 months, 8 months, yeah.
Even before I left Phidero, I was behind.
You had rented it from the butcher.
Yeah. And the butcher liked me.
Mm-hmm.
And now the butcher's gone.
Correct.
Ugh.
What are we doing, folks? You're standing out now in the snow.
I also think I'd asked that before. The little lines crossing the river in river slums, are those bridges? Or
yes, makeshift bridges. Yeah.
Are there people moving across those?
Not currently.
This is my apartment, all right? And now that the butcher's not living here, there's no official way to rent this place. So I'm going to sneak up and see who's in there. Here I go.
This seems like a dumb idea.
So there's these little bridges over to the side, and I think if we just covered up Clue, he'd look like a pack horse.
Did I?
Yeah. Reasonable.
Was my first roll 2 1s?
I think so.
Did you see that?
God.
No, you were rolling both dice at once, and yes, both of them were ones. You, in fact, double fumbled.
Wow.
But as a halfling.
Waka waka.
Oh, my lord.
You lucky son of a bitch.
Yeah, 27.
27 super sneaky.
And it's my place. I know this inside and out.
Yeah.
And there's a window up there, I'm sure, that I can kind of peek into. Who is in there?
There's a human gentleman who is drying his socks next to the furnace.
Do I recognize him?
It's hard to see. The window's really, really dirty.
Probably because he's running the furnace all the time.
All humans kind of look alike.
Does Burbage... Okay, I just make out the figure. I can't get a sense of if this person's like a threat or not.
No.
Oh, this feels precarious. But it's Burbage's apartment.
Is it, though? It's not.
Well, it's certainly not his apartment.
That's not really how, land works. You
Charity's
can't just leave for 6 months and come back and be like, I live here.
Charity's also going to message into Burbage's mind. I'm going to trust you with what you want to go with here, but I'm just going to remind you, with regard to being subtle, perhaps you should not lay claim to the fact that this is your Burbage Kemp's apartment. Things to consider.
Considering. Okay. All right. Burbage will knock on the door.
Okay. You kind of see through the glass. Someone starts a little bit and gets up off the chair, comes to the door. Slowly they form into something more recognizable as they open the door and go, "Oh, fuck. I don't have her silver dagger, I swear. I don't know where it went. I've been having nightmares about it ever since. Are you here to collect? What the fuck is this?"
This is the person who worked in the library or at the Temple of Ryn,
Yes.
who took all of our silver daggers.
I swear I never found it. It's not like I've been dreaming about it every night and seeing her eyes and her eyes kind of asking me where that is, and I don't know because I don't know where it was, and fuck, just kill me now. And he drops to his knees. I'm sorry. I don't
Did we
know
ever get
where.
this? Did we ever get this guy's name?
No.
He was like the coat check dude.
yeah. Listen.
Yeah.
She's right down there.
Oh,
fuck.
Death has come for me.
No, listen. Death might not be a thing in this instance.
Okay. What? Okay.
I came up here first to offer mercy.
Oh, sir, thank you, sir. Oh, there's one thing I'll know about you. It's, you're merciful. That's what I know. And he starts hugging your knees.
From like back where they're hidden, Charity, who I assume can't hear, is going to message Burp. I'm hearing a lot of sobbing. Is that good or bad?
So this guy is not a threat.
No.
Yeah. So, and this is great. So, and he might actually be able to give us some answers about the Temple of Ryn. He worked there. So Burbert's gonna be like, all right, now listen.
Yeah.
I'm going to have my friends come up here. All right?
Are you sure?
And as long as you do everything we say,
yeah,
and don't, do anything rash or sudden, I'll keep you safe. All
okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Now here's my silver dagger that I think I've acquired at some point along the way. You give this to Stormbringer. I doubt she'll know that it's not hers.
What? Okay. She doesn't know you have it.
Well, no. I rarely have ever used my silver dagger. I've got all these other daggers to use.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Here you go.
All right. Yeah.
If she recognizes you and is like, where's my silver dagger? Like, you can say, I got it. It's the last thing I did before I left the Temple of...
Yeah. I understand. Oh, thank you. This is so good. Thank you.
And also, don't stab me with that right now, either.
I'm going to stab you with it.
Okay.
I do also just want to pause here and point out, in an attempt to mollify Stormbringer, Burbage has in fact presented this person with a weapon.
Yeah, isn't that fascinating? Burbage will message Cantrip on the party line. Hey guys, come on up. It's a party in my apartment. Also, I invited my friend. He'll be fine. He could answer some questions about Phidero and the Temple of Ryn, and it'll be great. Come on up.
Okay.
As you cross the threshold, Stormbringer, you see a human with a dagger in his hand running at you, crying.
But Burbage,
what is your reaction?
Like running
Well, he's not brandishing it.
Okay, I mean, if he's brandishing it, I'm gonna fucking whack him.
with
I don't have my weapon out.
give me okay.
She's
so
just gonna
give me a
punch him.
Okay, give me an attack roll.
Jesus.
What is that? Just like a basic D20
Yeah,
plus my strength?
yeah.
So just a strength check.
Ah!
Well, luckily I fumbled, so it's a 6, but I fumbled.
Okay, yeah, you go to just punch him and he immediately cowers. Oh no, I'm sorry. I wasn't. And he drops the dagger at your feet. I found it. It's the last thing I ever did before I. And you recognize him as the dude from the coat check.
Burbage, is this your friend? I mean, whatever your name is, Herb. Is this your friend?
Well, he's not my friend. I was just kind of using that as a euphemism for somebody from very early in our story together. So he's our friend. He's our old friend from the coat check room.
No, there's a lot of people that I met last time we were in Phidero that are from very early that are not my friends.
I'm gonna pick up the dagger.
Charity's gonna kind of like wedge himself like behind Stormbringer through the doorway. Well, okay,
And
that
this
explains the
little-
sobbing.
This guy stole from me.
I didn't steal it. It was. I found it though. That's good, right? I found it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess no harm done.
All
If
right.
I can have it back.
He specifically looks to Hakari and Clem then. I don't know who you are, but I'm happy you're in my house with these people who I certainly haven't been dreading their visage darkening my doorstep
Right.
for 6 months.
Now listen. First of all, this is my apartment. All right. How did you find this place?
It was listed. It was
Oh.
open places. It was abandoned.
Listed by whom?
Oh, the slums just list a whole bunch of places that were abandoned. People die all the time. I didn't know this was your place. Oh God, I didn't steal your place.
That's all right. You know, yeah, I wasn't here. I wasn't using it. Sort of a Airbnb situation, like clear the air, Burbage and board, like Burbage and bedroom.
Airbnb.
Airbnb burb. Yeah, that's a good one, Charity. You could tell I was floundering.
Charity's gonna just sort of move over to like the bench that's on the windowsill and sit down, kind of cross his legs.
As you're looking out the window and you do that, you do see a few priests of Ryn making their way slowly in this direction.
Why? It's rude.
Does anybody know you live here?
A lot of people know I live here, I guess.
Like who?
I don't know, my employer.
You're still employed by who is your employer?
Oh, I work at this theater, Coffin's Theater. It's a great place.
All right.
Great place.
When's the last time you've stepped foot in the Temple of Ryn?
Oh, it's been a while. Why?
Oh, good.
I rent
So-
this place, I guess, technically from them.
From the Temple of Ryn people?
Yeah.
So they know you live here.
Yes.
All right. When's the last time you saw High Priest of Ryn?
Oh, it was about a month ago, exactly. Because they came every once in a while looking for rent.
When's your due date for rent?
It was today, I suppose. And ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and end this session there.
In the windowsill, Charity's like picks a piece of lint off his trousers. Yeah, seems about right.
Gonna be fucked over by fucking landlords.
Yeah, right.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have made it to Phidero. I'm super happy. Thanks, folks, for playing. Thanks, folks, for watching. We love you so much. What do we have coming up next? We have Tier next Friday. I don't believe we have Spire scheduled, but hopefully
No,
there's.
but we're actually in
in the
talks of
works?
doing it. So
Okay.
yeah.
So yeah, stick with us. We're gonna be back with Fates of Ryn not too long. So yeah, so hang out, join our Discord if you want all the up-to-date information about that. !Discord in the chat. And we love you. We'll see you later. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Lonely she walks down beside the green river. My lady she was, and I bend my knee. One divine, my seraph, my heart to deliver. She gives me a small flower that I call Doom Lily. I love so completely, so true and so sweetly. But know that our story is so short, it must be. Every time that you show me that blue and white flower, reminds me of me, lady, who descended for thee. When she leaves me sighing, leaves me darkness, I call to my love, please return back to me. For she gave me a child and departed as I smiled, but me lonely is a silver cross, a sea. Good no year she leaves me, where I remain sweetly. Now the voice of me